Have you ever met that guy? I think we just did.
You know, that's Chris, yeah, right there, making a 50 amp extension cord out of our old bumper pull shoreline. Why? Well, today's another travel day. Not far, just a few miles, while he's still getting his radiation treatments. He really shouldn't have to be doing this. The treatments do take a lot out of him, but he's always just trying to help.
It's funny how one person, just a chance meeting, can change your perception of an entire business. Like an RV park.
It's odd. Recently there seemed to be a, how should I say, glitch in the Thousand Trails reservation system, which left us unable to schedule our 3-week stays back to back, causing us to have to stay at another park for a week. Well, 5 days. We've been at this park before, but not for several years. We pulled up to the entrance and were met with a very nice gentleman who, as usual, told us to pull up to the office area and wait for a guard to escort us to our space. A little backstory. It's Sunday and there's no staff other than the contract security guards at the park. We waited for what seemed like an unusually long time when we met with that guy. Let's just say a very grumpy security guard who bluntly told us to fill out a card with some very personal information and then led us back towards the front gate with our nearly 60-foot long rig. This was not normal at all.
It was a really tight space between two park models with decorative miniature orange trees in the most inappropriate spots. Let's say it was a space where someone had just ripped out an old park model and it must have just flooded. I mean, there was desert, clay, silt all over that no one had bothered to clean up. Shelley said to that guy, "I'm not sure we'll fit, and if we do, we'll need the maintenance folks at the park to get us an extension cord." The pedestal was a shared one at the back of a home behind the space. Not only that, but the sewer connection was right where our axles would be. She told him that this wouldn't do. He bluntly told her, "I don't care," and drove off. Out of options and treatments beginning again the next morning, we parked the rig and found our 35-foot shoreline to be about 20 feet too short. Imagine that. Another warm Arizona day, we started the generator and turned on the ACs, then headed up to Camping World to get the parts, that's the ends to make the extension cord, and then back to complete it before nightfall. Not wanting to crawl under the rig in the silty 1-inch gravel to connect the sewer, and not wanting to connect to the park's water because when we turned on the bib, it literally ran black. Out of options, we decided to just boondock with power only. Just a side note, this park charges an extra $20 a night for the pleasure of staying here. 2 hours later, I finished making and testing our new extension cord. It worked perfectly. We shut down the generator and tied into the park's power. What do you think your impression of a place would be that if instead of helping you, that guy just said, "I don't care," and drove off? What would you think of that face of welcome? Is it what you'd want for your business?
We made it through those 5 days pretty much unscathed. And there was no way I was going to let Chris, with his weakened immune state, crawl under the RV to connect the sewer hose. As for that nasty hose bib, we had more than enough fresh water in our tank to get by. On Monday, I went and had a little chat with the ladies at the front office. I advised them about the security guard and his nasty attitude upon our arrival. They were not too happy, as this was not the first time they had received complaints about the individual, and they were not happy with what transpired with us either. They promised that it would not happen again, and they would be reporting him to the contract agency. We've since moved back to one of our favorite parks in the area with full hookups and wonderful people.
We hope that all of your camping experiences are wonderful. But in case there's an odd one out, just remember to stay calm and make it work for you. After all, in a few days, you'll be somewhere else. Can't do that in a sticks and bricks. Thank you all again. We're looking forward to seeing you all next week right here on Our License to Travel. Until then, please travel safe.